Joining us now, former Republican presidential candidate and Trump surrogate, retired neurosurgeon Dr. Ben Carson, an important advisor to Donald Trump and the campaign. And Dr. Carson, it's great to see you, and thank you for being here.
Thank you, Lou.
I get sort of a kick out of the Reuters reporter there, sort of incredulously trying to understand what I thought Donald Trump had made pretty clear. He would be talking with China, expecting it to exert influence over North Korea, while he's saying he's willing to talk directly with North Korean leader Kim Jong-Un.
Well, I don't have any problem actually with Donald Trump talking to them. Because he's going to really lay down the law.
I hope not, because he's your boss effectively now, Dr. Carson. This would not be a good time for you to have trouble.
Well, I want Kim Jong-Un to recognize that he's not dealing with a chump here, and I think that will have an influence on his action.
Not dealing with a chump. All right. Well, I think that if Donald Trump hasn't made that clear, I don't know what the world is going to take. But there's going to be tremendous reaction to this, and Donald Trump already making moves to direct our foreign policy in an entirely different direction. I think people have got to be first. I think many of them, particularly his detractors and critics, that is his opponents, principally in the Democratic Party, have got to be a little surprised at how deftly the campaign is moving and the candidate is moving on foreign policy issues. He'll be talking with Henry Kissinger Thursday. He is engaged with the chairman of various committees. This is a notable and I think surprising, as I said to many, acceleration in this pivot to the general election and preparing himself for governance.
Sure. It's a very good sign, and recognize that what's been going on before, be it Democrats or Republicans, hasn't really gotten us very far. It's gotten us into a lot of turmoil. So, yeah, I think this is a very good thing. I'm very pleased that he's going to be talking to Henry Kissinger, tremendous individual, even though he's older now, still sharp as a tack. And he's going to be talking to lots of other people as well. He's a very smart guy. And actually, being smart when you're dealing with these kinds of diplomatic issues is just as important, perhaps even more important, than just having a lot of experience. Hillary Clinton has a lot of experience, but has not been particularly effective.
In other words, Hillary Clinton would never, I would think, occur in a sentence with Henry Kissinger, who has a 200-point IQ, has that experience that you speak of, wisdom, and is written on foreign policy and international strategy, particularly nuclear strategy, for 50 years. I mean, it's quite a, as you say, he's a smart fella. Let me ask you this. The Republican Party seems to be moving. Speaker Ryan, who seemed to be the most intransigent at one point, acknowledging now that, indeed, Donald Trump is the leader of the Republican Party. Do you see that as a signal that we're going to see an endorsement from the Speaker?
I would certainly expect at the time that the Speaker deems it appropriate, after he's done his due diligence. He's a smart man, and he recognizes that having a fractured party will turn the election over to the progressives. Yeah. And he knows what that means. All you got to do is look around you and see
I don't see why it would take much due diligence on the part of a man that you say is smart to understand what his responsibilities are and what would be most beneficial to the party that carried him on its ticket in the #2 position just 4 years ago. I just can't imagine what that due diligence would be.
Well, I suspect that he has a number of people that he has to bring along with him. And if he moves too fast, they won't be able to attach onto him.
You know, that's what happens when a disruptor enters an ossified orthodoxy. People have to adjust, and Washington understands the role it's playing, I believe, now, increasingly, day by day. Dr. Ben Carson, always good to talk with you. How are you doing?
I'm doing extraordinarily well. It's much more relaxing being off the campaign trail. And I have to take my hat off to Donald Trump. If he is still out there, it is a lot of hard work, let me tell you. But it's well worth it because we have to save our country.
And as you know better than well, all but 16 others, he outworked every single candidate on the campaign trail for the past 10 months and shows no sign of letting up. Dr. Ben Carson,
Absolutely.
good to see you. Thanks for being with us. Look forward to seeing you soon.